Hello, Delusion Dispeller here. I am outside enjoying the beautiful outdoors today, sitting on my beanbag chair. I'm going to be talking about lacking empathy. Narcissists, of course, cannot put themselves in other people's shoes, including your own. That's called lacking empathy. Empathy is something that I've heard can be taught, although I always wondered about that because I thought it was something that you just kind of had inside your heart or your soul to begin with. But I'm told that people can be taught and learn empathy. So that's good news. What I mean by narcissists lacking empathy is that a lot of times a narcissist will say some very mean things and cutting things. And they will not understand why you're offended or upset with what they say. They'll call you touchy or say that you don't have a thick skin or you should just let it roll off of you like water off a duck's back. When they call you names, tell you you're fat and ugly, tell you that you're lazy, good for nothing, that kind of stuff. You're supposed to just take that and not comment, not have a problem with it. They will ignore your feelings. So if you tell them, that really hurt me when you said that, sometimes they'll just out and out say so. And other times they'll just say, oh, whatever, get over it. They just don't really care that they hurt your feelings and wound you. They'll tell you that you should or ought to not feel a certain feeling. So if you say, I'm really upset, my friend died, they'll say, oh, everybody dies, you shouldn't be crying over it. It's nothing to cry about. They belittle your feelings a lot. They diminish the importance of your feelings, too. So, if something's very, very important to you to talk about it because you're excited, something great happened to you, they'll do everything they can to knock the wind out of your sails and not allow you to be excited and, exuberant about something good that happened. They will not listen to you. They'll tend to talk over you. They interrupt a lot, or they'll just kind of zone out when you're in the middle of talking to them. So you feel very invisible a lot of times around them. They'll change the topic if you're talking about something that becomes too emotionally intense for them. They don't like feeling emotions, so they'll do everything they can to avoid it. They'll even walk out of the room sometimes, but a lot of times they'll just change the subject. In the case of a situation I was in, the person said, oh, let's not talk about this anymore. Happy up. Happy up. It's time to happy up. Meaning, just stick with all the happy topics. We don't want to talk about anything that has issues to it or things that we need to work out. Just stay happy all the time. And it was, of course, a false happiness on her end. They'll do everything they can to distract you from anything that has intense feelings. Besides just saying happy up, they will say, oh, well, look at that. Or what did you think about that price on that dress the other day? Anything, just whatever they have to do to get you off the topic so they don't have to feel anything. They will criticize and devalue you when you show or talk about emotions. They'll say that you brought things on yourself when bad things happen to you, when you're upset about something. Oh, well, then you shouldn't have done that. That's why that happened. That's why this went wrong because, you brought it on yourself. If you have a fight with somebody and you go to a narcissist to try to, explain to them how angry you are, well, this person cut me off in traffic and then flipped me the bird. Well, the narcissist will say, well, I bet you were just in her way or something like that. They'll just belittle you. I remember one time I had talked to somebody about how someone had hurt me, and the person said to me, well, what were they going through at the time? Do you think maybe you said that the wrong way? Do you think maybe you did that the wrong way? And I was like, why did I even bother talking to you about this? A lot of times people will say they want to get both sides of the story or give each side credit. But when you're going to somebody and you're upset about something, you want them on your side. You don't want them trying to get you to see your enemy's side. That's unnatural and it's irritating. Let's see. Oh, they're always more interested in what matters to them at the moment rather than what matters to you. So if you're going through a really rough time, they're going through a tougher one in their book. If you did some wonderful thing, they did something even more wonderful, in fact 10 times as wonderful as what you did. We talked about how they see you as extensions of themselves, and I'm going to talk about that in the next video, but that kind of gave you a little bit of an idea about empathy. It's really just kind of that they're so wrapped up in their false self that they don't want to even acknowledge that you exist, pretty much. You're very invisible to them unless there's something in it for them. If you can do something to make them happy and please them, they're all about that. But if it's just something that matters to you and you want to talk about it, they don't have time for it. Anyways, as I always say, don't keep the secret. If you're being abused, you're in a toxic relationship, somebody's harming you in some way, whether it's verbal, emotional, physical, sexual abuse, and even spiritual abuse, please tell a safe person. Try to get out of the situation as safely as you possibly can. If there's anything I can do, any questions you have you want to ask me, please write me at delusiondispeller@gmail.com, delusiondispeller@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to answer your questions or talk with you or just be a shoulder if you need one. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video when I'll be talking about how narcissists see you as an extension of themselves. Thank you, and we'll see you there. Bye.